Hello students, today we are going to understand about social groups. In this presentation, you will understand what are social groups, some of the definitions of social groups, some examples of social groups, and some characteristics of social groups. Before we try to understand what social groups are, we need to understand that man is the most important component in social groups. So we begin with the question, does man live alone? If he does not live alone, where does he live? Does he live in groups? Does he live in society? And so on and so forth. So when we try to understand that man does not live alone, we understand that there are some basic needs that man needs to fulfill in order to survive, and he needs the help of other fellow members in order to fulfill these basic needs. What are these basic needs? These are food, shelter, clothing, protection, the need for comfort and love, and other secondary needs. In brief, we try to understand that man lives in the society. He lives in society and he needs others because he needs these people to fulfill his needs. And although he lives in society, he lives in groups because these different groups of people help to fulfill the various needs that he might have. Therefore, there are different groups in society, but each of these different groups has its different forms because they all have their own purpose which they need to fulfill. Now we will come to the question, what are social groups? Social groups are a collection of two or more people who are in constant interaction with each other. Now when we try to understand any concept, we try to break it down into the different words that compose it. The word social group consists of two different words, social and groups. Anything that has to do with social has to do with having awareness and interaction. And groups, as we know, are a collection of two or more persons or people. Therefore, social groups are a collection of two or more persons or people who are aware of each other and who are in constant interaction with each other. Therefore, social groups are very simply a number of people who interact with each other continuously. Social groups are basic units where all human beings live, they lead their lives, they fulfill all of their needs that they have, and they enter into meaningful interactions with each other. Please remember that the interactions that members of any social group have with each other are all meaningful. All these interactions that we carry out with each other always have some meaning or the other. And if they don't have any meaning, then we do not include those interactions in the understanding of social life. Some of the definitions of social groups are these. A social group is a system of interaction. A social group is two or more people between whom there is an established pattern of interaction. And a social group is a collection of human beings who are brought into social relationship with one another. Please note that in each of these definitions, the common term is interaction and social relationship, which reinforces the idea that social groups are groups of people who are in constant communication and interaction with each other. Now, these are certain examples of social group. All of these examples of social groups are different because they have different forms and they all have different purposes. For example, the group of family has a particular purpose, friends have a particular purpose, school, college, etc. have particular purposes. Now let's think, are these different types of social groups called social groups? Crowds and mobs generally are not called social groups because they do not have any purpose that they fulfill. For any social group to be called a social group, there have to be necessary conditions. Number 1, it must exist in society. Number 2, members must have constant social interaction with each other. And number 3, all members must have a common purpose to belong into that social group. Therefore, we generally say that crowds and mobs are not called social groups because these do not have any purpose and members are not in constant interaction and communication with each other. Now, the importance of social groups are three. Number one, they fulfill our human needs. Number two, they provide us with a source of identity. And number three, these are important for personality development of individuals. Characteristics of social groups are generally six. These are the different key features that we use in order to understand the characteristics of social groups. Members must be in constant communication and contact with each other. All members must have membership consciousness. That means the we feeling that all the members have between each other. Number three, it provides a sense of identity for the members. Number four, all groups have different forms. They might be informal or formal. And all of these different groups have their own rules and regulations which all the members adhere to. Number six is that social groups are permanent. They are dynamic. The goals of the group, they keep on evolving and keep on changing with the changing members and with time. This brings us to the end of our discussion on social groups. Very simply, social group is a permanent collection of individuals who have group membership. All of them are united with each other through social relationships with each other. Each and every human being in society is a member of one or two social groups. Within these groups, members interact and participate together for the fulfillment of some common goals. All of these goals and interests of the members are common. They join for the fulfillment of these goals. The form of the group may be different. For example, we have different forms like political groups, religious groups, economic groups, etc. All members of the group are aware of these activities and they jointly share in the collective consciousness. Each group has its own rules and regulations which members have to follow. This may be in terms of customs, traditions, laws, etc., which may be written or unwritten. And if the members do not follow the rules, there is always a way of punishing these members who don't follow the rules. But the way of punishment depends on whether the group is formal or informal group. And the last is social groups are dynamic. That means they are always changing because new people keep joining and they change the composition of the group, and also because with time the goals of the group also keeps on changing. Therefore, we say that many groups are more or less permanent and stable in character, but they change with the composition of its members and with time. This brings us to the end of our discussion on social groups. Hope you all understood and learned about what are social groups